Hi! In this guide, I'll show you how to add new coloring pages to the Coloring Book SVG project from your own SVG files, start to finish. By the end, your page will be ready to drop into a category and playable in the gallery. First, a quick overview. There are two supported page types. 1. An SVG-only coloring page. The SVG contains the regions and their color data, and we typically use fill on click. 2. An SVG plus a raster background image. The SVG provides region geometry, and the colors are sampled from the texture behind it, perfect for reveal on click. Let's start with an SVG-only page. Step 1. Import your SVG into the Unity project. Step 2. Create a new Coloring Book SVG asset, open it, and assign your SVG file to the SVG file field. For editing, set the tessellation profile to a low-quality preset. This keeps generation fast while you configure the page. Now click Generate SVG. This creates an editor preview so you can inspect and adjust region data before shipping. Next, we define the outlines, regions that should stay visible and non-interactive. This is controlled by the ignored colors list. If the list is empty, the default ignored colors are used, typically black, white, and transparent. If your art uses a different outline color, add it here to override the defaults. Now confirm the coloring style. For SVG-only pages, fill on click is usually the right choice. Regions start white, and a tap restores the original fill, color, or gradient. Optional, but very useful, generate previews right here in the editor. Generate Colored Preview creates a raster thumbnail of the artwork. Generate Outlines Preview creates a thumbnail where only outlines remain colored and everything else is white. Great for gallery UI. Next, set max colors based on complexity. This clamps how many colors appear in the colors palette, so extremely detailed pages don't overwhelm the player. If you need to fine-tune specific regions, select them in the scene view. You can adjust the color index position by moving the square gizmo, change its size using the radius gizmo, and override the region color from the region editing menu. When you're done editing, switch the tessellation profile back to your production setting. Your page is now ready. Just assign it to a category so it appears in the gallery. Now let's do the SVG plus raster workflow. Step 1. Assign the SVG file in the Coloring Book SVG asset, just like before. Step 2. Add a raw image component to the backgrounds object and assign your texture. Here's an important detail. The ignored colors list affects which shapes become regions. If your region geometry uses a color that's ignored by default, like white, you'll need to override ignored colors. For example, set ignored colors to just black if black is your outline. Then press Apply New Colors so white regions register correctly as regions. At this point, regions exist, but they don't have color data yet. Click Sample Index Colors from Background. This samples the texture behind each region and assigns those colors to the palette. Finally, switch coloring style to Reveal on Click. Now, when the player taps a region, it disappears, revealing the raster artwork underneath. That's it! You now have both workflows, SVG only fill on click and SVG plus raster reveal on click. Thanks for watching. Your new pages are ready to categorize and ship.